Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Happy Tuesday, folks. We're starting off today's show by talking about an event that's really important to me. And that's the first annual Women's Day event being held down here in Clearwater, Florida on October 5th. The goal here is to bring together an amazing group of athletes, vendors, and keynote speakers to raise money for the Spring of Tampa, which is an organization dedicated to preventing domestic violence and doing positive things in the community to support women and families. The event will feature all sorts of seminars from people like Jamie Pinder, Selena Pons, Jen Strobo, Carly Thornton, along with so many other amazing speakers who are planning to be in attendance. I'm being told that Ben Pakulski will even be opening up his MI40 gym for people to come down and train. So this is something that everyone who's in the area should definitely come down and check out. Again, this is all happening on October 5th from 11 to 4 p.m. at 10810 US Highway 19 North in Clearwater, Florida. And if you need more information, please make sure to email them at womensdaytampa@gmail.com. Down here in Florida, we don't have to worry about earthquakes or any of that other nonsense that some of you guys out there on the West Coast have to deal with. But from what I understand, sometimes when Mother Nature decides to be, well, temperamental, it's actually the aftershocks that end up doing more damage than the earthquakes themselves. So maybe that's Lionel Beyeke's strategy this year, to hit the back half of the schedule like the aftershock after the Olympia. Rumor has it that Lionel and his team are eyeing a post-Olympia run, where we'll allegedly see the big man back and better than ever. Lionel can look almost unbeatable when he's at the top of his game, so I hope he comes out and delivers the goods, because he has a chance to make a major impact down the stretch. The more I think about it, the more it seems like the top of the figure division could end up being a complete chaos this year. But I guess if you're used to rolling up your sleeves and taking on who's ever crazy enough to stand in front of you, the way Bojana Vaseljevic is, finding your way through the chaos just feels like, well, second nature. Once again, it looks like the Vaseljevic camp is all set to bring their A game to Las Vegas, where she should be in the mix to rattle off another top 5 finish. From a conditioning standpoint, this may be the best that I've seen her 2 and 3 weeks out. So as long as she takes care of business down the home stretch, a spot in the first call out seems like it's within striking distance. Sometimes the good thing about walking into a situation blind is that you don't know what you don't know yet, and that can make any man very dangerous. And there's a part of me that likes to think that Patrick Moore could have that whole dangerous blind ambition thing going on here as he gets ready to make the trip out to Vegas to compete in his first Olympia. Patrick's a guy who's got tons of quality muscle, really good shape, and his conditioning is always improving. So if there's a guy who could be poised to have a breakout performance, Moore is probably on that short list. In the comic books, Superman was always known as the Man of Steel. But I don't know, the way he's looking right now, I think Michael Lockett might have a legitimate claim to stealing that nickname. Michael and his team are in the process of putting the finishing touches on his Olympia prep, which has gone better than expected, according to some sources I've spoken to over the last few weeks. Lockett is heading into the show feeling confident in the look he's bringing to the stage this year. He thinks he can keep his crisp conditioning, but still come in fuller than he has in the past. So if he can get those two things working the way he expects, he has a puncher's chance to be a top 6 guy. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.